All right, back at the rock bottom shop. This is going to be the final episode of the disc brake conversion on our 69 Roadrunner. If you missed part 1, I'm going to link it up here. Wait a little while, I'll link part 2. This is part 3, the final episode, and hopefully we can just get everything wrapped up finally on all this stuff. We are still working on the stereo system in the Tahoe, and that's going to be the next video coming up, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Where we left off with the disc brake conversion was we were having to re-drill our rotors. Yes, they came in a kit. They're supposed to fit our 69 Roadrunner, and as the lug pattern is correct, the holes are not big enough to receive our lugs. And who knows why? I don't know. Whatever, who knows? And for whatever reason, we're having to re-drill them. I did one with a step bit, drilled it out just a little bit bigger, and it seems to fit good, but I don't feel comfortable doing 5 holes and hoping that the pattern still fits. So we went out and bought a big, decent drill press where we can clamp the rotor down on the press and make a nice straight hole on all of them, and hopefully everything works out good. So let's get to it. So we gotta drill these out. I don't know what that was. Probably something about a 1/2 inch or so.
Yeah.
So we had to step it up to a 5/8 to get these to fit through there. We tried to find some different ones of these, but it seemed like they were all the same. So we gotta go around here, drill 5 of these out on this one, 5 on the other one, and then I guess if you need discs in the future and you find the part number for this one, you're gonna have to do the same thing all over again. So there we are. Where's it gonna go? Oh, over there. Good. Surely we got a piece of rubber hose we could stick on there. Now everything seems to fit on there a whole lot better. Then we gotta go on the other side, take it apart and do the same thing. Halfway. Is that close enough? Oh. Alright, well that's a little further than half there. Oh, she's going. We're sending her home. We'll have to see if we need to do some adjusting on that. Well, here we are. Everything's kind of put in there, but this cable is a little bit too long there. It should snap in right here, but it's sticking out a little too far by the time it snaps in back here. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. I think everything else is going together good. So now we got to go to the other side and take it all back apart so that we can drill these out and get that to sit back all the way. So, back over there. Alright, and there we are. Now both sides seem to fit up good. Everything's working out other than the e-brake cables. We may have to get a longer cable for this driver's side. We'll see. At least everything finally fitted up good. Everything works good now. And I think we can replace the soft line here that we've had vice gripped off. So we'll replace that, and then maybe it's going to be time to bleed them. Oh no, we still got to change out the distribution block thing. Dang. Alright, so there we are. We'll get those things swapped out and we'll be one step closer. Alright, so I got the soft line out. It was held on by this thing that looks like a vent. I guess that vents the rear end and goes through this. Holds this down to the rear end, and then the brake lines are coming off of it. But this block, little T block, is made onto the line, and our new one is obviously different. Where is it? This end is made to thread into the T. This end goes in the clip. It looks like it would probably work, but I don't know what's going on here. So now we've got to try to find a soft line that's got this made on it, or get some kind of T to put on this one. So that's where we're at now, back on the hunt for more parts with our kit that everything's just made for something, but not quite what we got. There's more of them, they're everywhere.
How did we get in there last time?
How did we? Must be more trees since we've been in here. We're in the graveyard of parts over here, seeing what we got on another rear end, maybe, I don't know. Yep, there's a lot of spider webs. What's that look like? That's the part in question, ain't it? Somewhere there? Oh, it's underneath this thingamajigger here. It's underneath here somewhere. That's the same as what we got. Yeah. Actually, no, it's not. Look at that. This is screwed into it right there.
It is.
So we need this T.
Yep.
With our new line.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 9/16. Right here yanks her off. That's what we need.
Some WD 40.
Yeah, some WD would not hurt. Dang, we got lucky on that one. That's a barn find right there. Well, we should have brought more tools. Alright.
So we need WD 40.
WD 40, a 9/16. And we'll probably just break that other line off, or do you want to try and take it apart? We'll bring some tools and see how we feel about it. At least we knocked all the cobwebs down this time on our way through. Alright, so we got the soft line in there with the old block, T block there. Hook back up. Get some light in there. There you go. Hook back up on that hose, on that metal line. So next thing we got is to swap out one of these with this one. This one's made for front disc, rear drum, so apparently there's a difference. So this one's supposedly made for four-wheel disc. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe proportion's different. It's a proportioning valve, it must proportion different. So we're going to swap that out. That's been on and off I don't know how many times, because we keep swapping out to different brake reservoirs and master cylinders over and over again. I'd say this is the last time we'll have it off and on again, but who knows. So we'll get this thing swapped out, and I think then it's going to be time to bleed them out. And we've got one of these newfangled tools. Oh yeah, right here. You put your air compressor on there, and so you bleed them out. Just one person, you don't have to sit in there and pump the brakes. We're going to try out that tool. Hadn't used it before. Might be something good. Alright, that's tight. Wow, a piece that actually just bolted right on there. That is pretty amazing. So now we just gotta bleed them and then smoke the tires, or what? Well, I think we finally got everything bled out with the little bleeder dingus there. It worked pretty good. This thing's got pedal, I mean right at the top. It's ready. No air. Let's see how she's been sitting a minute. I mean, it's right there. You got brakes right there ready. This car ain't never had brakes like that.
Never.
That's on time right there. I guess we gotta see if these wheels fit back on here or not. We don't even know for sure if these front wheels are gonna fit over all that. Supposedly by the ad they won't fit, but I don't know. We're feeling lucky because everything else didn't work out on this kit so far, so what do they know? See if these, we got 14s on the front and 15s on the back. So it's supposed to be 15s all the way around for these calipers to clear, but where's the impact at? Oh, the back one we're gonna try first. That's a fronty. Let's see if it fits on here.
Oh yeah, we're up somewhere now.
I think it clears. Yeah. Put a torque wrench on those.
Yeah, when we get it down, we'll do it.
I think they just barely fit in there.
Can you see the caliper?
If you look for it,
Oh yeah, I see it.
it's right there if you're looking for
And
it.
it's not wobbling so much. The beauty rim's wobbling.
Yeah, you'll have that.
I don't
You'll
think-
have
I
that.
don't think that really fixes it.
So the front ones went right on. Even though it said they wouldn't, they're supposed to be 15s. I put the back ones on, and you can't spin them for nothing. It looks like the caliper, hard to see in there, but it looks like the caliper is hitting the wheel probably. So I don't know if we have to get different wheels or put some spacers on or something. Yeah, right there where the paint's all jacked up. Around the outside right there, it's hit. I think you need to put a wheel spacer on it. I got some of them spacers in my shop, I don't know. Or different wheels, I don't know what we're gonna do here. And we went by my shop, those wheel spacers did not work. The bolt pattern wasn't right on them. And we ended up going to O'Reilly's, getting a set that did work on there. With that wheel spacer on there, and we put the wheel on, the studs are basically flush with the wheel. So only the tapered end of that lug nut is making it into the wheel. So you're ending up with about 2 threads holding all the lug nuts on, holding the wheel on. So next step was order longer studs. So we ordered some longer studs. I got them in here. We're headed back over there to Pop's garage. Hopefully change out all the studs on the back. Oh, one other thing about the studs. We needed studs that were about, 3/4 of an inch longer would have been fine. 1/2 inch longer would have been fine. What we ended up with was some that are about 1.5 inches longer. So the studs are going to be too long now. So we're probably going to have to go through 10 studs, cut them to the length we want, and then install them all in the axles, which means taking all the brake stuff back off, putting it all back on. So I don't know how many times we've put things on and taken things off and redone this and that in this project, but maybe this will be the last time. We'll see. it.
In there?
One axle done. There you go. That sucks. It's halfway done, I guess so. Now we just got to do a whole nother side like that. There we go. Got the passenger side all bolted back up. Got the wheel spacer in there and new studs. And no scrubbing. Everything looks good on it too now. So, maybe, just maybe, it's finally time for a test drive on this thing. I don't know. I want to say that nothing worked on those on this kit for the back. Everything had to be re-drilled, change this, change that, but it does seem like it's finally all together in a way that will work. Gotta get it going before you can test the brakes. Dang, don't forget about this one over here. What about this old Mopar? No one's making any videos on it yet. We're saving it till it's an antique, I guess. Then we'll make some videos on it. That's that blacktop edition. That thing will get it too. I guess the brakes work. We don't know. Sounds good. Okay, so obviously this thing will not do a brake stand. Those rear discs are grabbing hard. We may need to look into doing some kind of line lock, or I don't know what. We may just drive it like it is. We got it to the point now where the brakes work good, everything works really good, stops great, no issues. We do not have the parking brake e-brake cables hooked up. They don't fit. We are ordering a kit to redo all the brake cables on it. But other than that, this brake system is wrapped up. For a conclusion, I gotta say that the jegs kit needed a whole lot more modifications than the eBay kit did. So just because you got your kit off of one of these popular racing product websites or catalogs doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be any better than the eBay stuff that everybody's always so worried about. We had a lot less modifications, although we still had modifications to make with the front brakes from eBay. We had a whole lot more modifications that we had to make for the rear kit that came from jegs. All in all, I think that they turned out really nice, turned out really great considering the amount of money we had to spend on both of these kits. Really pleased with everything except for ease of install. There was just so much stuff that didn't fit, didn't work out. We powered through it, we made everything work, and at the end of the day, these brakes are a bazillion times better than they were before, so it's a win. If you're waiting for updates on the stereo system build, stay tuned. That's going to be coming up in the next video. And as always, to keep up with all the projects, mash that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.